The Mystery of Blackwood Bridge. It was an unusually quiet afternoon in the small village of Blackwood. Tucked between rolling hills and a dense forest, the village had always been peaceful. The sort of place where everyone knew everyone else's business, and the only noise came from the occasional cow mooing or birds singing in the trees. The children of Blackwood, a group of four inseparable friends, often found themselves seeking adventures in the woods, or near the old Blackwood Bridge that spanned the shallow creek at the edge of the village. Lily Parker, a 12-year-old girl with short, messy brown hair and an unquenchable thirst for adventure, was the first to hear it. "Do you hear that?" Lily asked, her eyes widening in curiosity as she stopped dead in her tracks. She had been walking with her three best friends along the narrow dirt path that led to the old stone bridge. The sound was faint at first, like a soft tapping, but it grew louder as they continued forward. "What's that noise?" asked Sam Ortiz, the quiet artist of the group. Sam was a bit of an introvert, always carrying a sketchbook with him, but he had a sharp eye for detail. He tilted his head, listening intently. "It's like someone's knocking on something?" Emma Rivers, the logical one of the group, suggested. Her brown ponytail swished as she turned in a circle, trying to locate the source. "But there's nothing out here that could make a knocking sound." Jack Turner, who was the tallest of the group and a little more cautious, looked at the others. "You guys know the stories about Blackwood Bridge, right? People say the bridge is haunted. Maybe it's just the wind or something." Lily shook her head, her eyes gleaming with determination. "No, this sounds too deliberate. Like someone's trying to get our attention." The four friends stood at the edge of the bridge, listening closely as the mysterious sound continued. It echoed under the stone archway, coming from somewhere deep beneath the bridge. There was a space under the bridge, a dark and damp area that was rarely explored. No one really went there. Most people in the village believed the bridge had its own secrets, stories passed down from old-timers who spoke of strange happenings, unexplained noises, and whispers in the wind. "I say we check it out," Lily declared boldly. "There's something down there, and we're going to find out what it is." The children stood at the edge of the bridge, peering down into the murky water below. The creek was shallow here, but the space under the bridge was dark and shadowy, hidden by the thick vines and overgrown moss that clung to the rocks. The sound continued, faint but rhythmic, like something or someone was tapping against the stone. Sam, who was always drawn to the quiet, mysterious corners of the world, was the first to kneel by the bridge and peer beneath it. "I'm going down there," he said, his voice filled with both excitement and hesitation. "I need to see what's making that sound." "I'll go with you," Lily said, already crouching down to climb into the narrow opening beneath the bridge. "You two stay here and keep watch." Emma and Jack exchanged nervous glances, but Emma nodded. "Okay, but be careful. The bridge is old, and we don't know what's down there." Lily and Sam scrambled down into the dark space, the sound of their footsteps echoing off the stone. The air grew cooler as they descended. The faint tapping sound was now much clearer, like a metal object tapping against the stone. They crawled through the damp earth and around the thick vines, and soon they reached the spot where the sound was the loudest. Lily gasped as she spotted something glinting in the dim light. "Look, Sam," she whispered excitedly. Sam, who had been carefully sketching the strange stone formations around them, looked up and saw what Lily was pointing at. Buried half under some loose rocks, there was a small, rusted metal box. It had intricate carvings on it, and something that looked like a faded symbol, a key, was etched into the surface. "That's strange," Sam said, wiping his glasses. "Where did this come from?" Lily, ever the explorer, couldn't wait to investigate further. She reached for the box and gently tugged it from the dirt. It was surprisingly heavy for its size. The tapping sound had stopped, but an eerie silence now filled the air. "We should take this back to the village," Lily said, her heart racing. "Maybe it's something important. This could be a clue to something no one else knows about." Sam nodded, still staring at the strange box. "Yeah, but we should probably tell the village officials. They might know what this is. It doesn't look like something that's been here long." Together, they carefully climbed back out from under the bridge, the mysterious box now in Lily's hands. They rejoined Jack and Emma, who were waiting anxiously. "What did you find?" Emma asked, her eyes wide. "We found something unusual," Lily said, holding up the box. "Look at this." Jack's eyes widened as he examined the box. "Where did that come from?" "It doesn't look like it's from around here." "We should take it to someone who knows more about this sort of thing," Sam suggested. "This could be part of something bigger. Maybe there's a reason it was hidden under the bridge." Lily nodded, agreeing with Sam's suggestion. "Let's go to Mayor Harper's office. She's the one who knows the village's history the best." The children made their way through the village, the afternoon sun beginning to dip below the horizon. The streets of Blackwood were quiet, but they couldn't shake the feeling that something big was about to happen. As they reached the town hall, they were met by Mayor Harper, a kind but no-nonsense woman in her early 40s. She had a reputation for being sharp and knowledgeable, and the children knew she would be the best person to help them understand the mystery of the box. "Mayor Harper," Lily called out, hurrying up the steps of the village hall. "We found something under Blackwood Bridge, and we need your help." Mayor Harper raised an eyebrow. "Under the bridge, you say? Well, come on in and tell me what you found." The children followed her inside the building, where the cool, dusty air smelled of old paper and ink. Mayor Harper led them to her office and sat them down at a large oak table. Lily carefully placed the rusted box on the table, its carvings reflecting the dim light of the room. "What is this?" the mayor asked, leaning forward to examine it. "This is fascinating. I haven't seen anything like this in years. Where did you find it?" "Under the bridge," Sam replied, his voice a little shaky with excitement. "There was a strange tapping sound coming from beneath it, and when we went to investigate, we found this." Mayor Harper's eyes narrowed. She ran her fingers over the carvings, her expression thoughtful. "This is quite remarkable. You're right, this isn't something from the village's recent past. This looks like an artifact, and one that might be very old." "Do you think it's important?" Emma asked. The mayor nodded slowly. "I do. This symbol," she pointed to the key-shaped mark on the box, "it's part of a legend. A legend that's been passed down for generations. It's said that a hidden treasure was buried somewhere in the village a long time ago, during the founding days. The treasure was lost, but the key symbol is said to be part of a puzzle that leads to its location." The children's eyes widened. "A treasure?" Jack asked, disbelief in his voice. Mayor Harper smiled. "I know it sounds like a fairy tale, but there are old records that mention this treasure. I always thought it was just a story, but now, with this box, it looks like there might be more truth to it than we realized." "So, what do we do with it?" Lily asked eagerly. "We need to take it to the village historian, Professor Barrett," Mayor Harper said. "He's the one who's been studying the old legends. If anyone knows what this box means, it's him." The children, now even more curious than ever, followed Mayor Harper to Professor Barrett's house, a small cottage on the edge of the village. The professor, an elderly man with a shock of white hair and thick glasses, had spent his life studying the history of Blackwood and its mysteries. He greeted them warmly, but looked skeptical when they explained their find. "A box under Blackwood Bridge, you say?" Professor Barrett murmured, examining the item carefully. Yes. I remember reading something about this. The box is tied to the old story of the Blackwood treasure." He paused, staring at the carvings on the box. "It seems that this was one of the keys to finding the treasure. But to find the treasure, we'll need to solve a series of puzzles hidden around the village. This will be no easy task." The children listened intently, their minds racing with excitement. It seemed that their quiet village held secrets far deeper than they could have imagined. And so began their journey, a journey that would uncover the lost history of Blackwood and lead them to an incredible discovery. The next few days were filled with excitement as the children, with the help of Mayor Harper and Professor Barrett, pieced together clues and followed the trail of the Blackwood treasure. What they discovered beneath the old bridge was only the beginning of a much larger mystery, one that would change the village forever. As they deciphered ancient maps, uncovered hidden symbols, and explored forgotten corners of the village, they realized that the real treasure was not just gold or jewels, but the incredible history of their village and the bonds of friendship they shared. Their adventure under Blackwood Bridge had turned into something far bigger than any of them had imagined, a treasure hunt that would reveal secrets, solve mysteries, and shape their futures.